Along with informative and persuasive speaking, there's a lot of situations where you find yourself presenting. They're typically shorter, but I like chapter 12 and how it talks about the various contexts where you'll deliver speeches, and there are particular things to do. And so that's the point of this presentation is. All right, we're going to go over special occasion speeches, upward communication when you're talking to people above you at work. The industry of the book uses the term spokespeople. Lobbyist is kind of a synonym to that. And then we need to connect this to the influencer industry, all right, and social media, YouTube. All right, so special occasions, any event, funeral, celebrations, if you're presenting an award type of a thing, all of these things happen. In the workplace, you'll find yourself doing this. Always be brief, tell stories. Audiences want to hear stories about the person that's being celebrated or stories about how valuable that award is. Be complimentary, but the key thing is to be brief. It's very much an honorarium. It's not a point to, unless it's an actual roast. Roast is one of these as well. Unless it's a roast, focus on the best things. So what's interesting is that even if you go to funerals for people that were maybe not necessarily nice or good people, even at funerals, really nice things are said about people. And so be brief. That's what the main thing. And have kind of that optimism. Upward communication, the book also talks about horizontal and downward communication, but from a practical standpoint, I like the idea of going over upward communication. Deliver to people that are higher than you. You're presenting an idea to them, or you're just simply giving a report to them. Maybe people you don't always cross paths with, but it's your opportunity to present to them. This is an opportunity to present yourself as much as the information that you are being asked to present. All right. So again, concise, right? Be optimistic, energetic, and be very, very professional in your attire. Because as much as when an audience, and you do this as well, and I do this as well, when you're listening to someone share a message, yeah, you're listening, you're absorbing it, but you're also drawing conclusions about that person. What are they like? What's their personality? What's their value? And so we're always doing that. These particular things, concise, optimistic, energetic, professional, that will communicate that you can trust me and I'm the person to continue to work with you in whatever capacity you might be pursuing in your career. Spokespeople, that term that the book uses, there's a market for this. It's essentially public relations. And we live in an age that we're of mass media, and every organization is connected to mass media, particularly through social media pages. And so there's people that manage these, there's people that speak for them, there's people that are constantly sharing advocacy public presentations, such as if there's a controversy, there's always someone who puts out a statement, puts out an interview, puts out some kind of recorded presentation of hopes to do better, or maybe pushing aside responsibility if they feel it wasn't their responsibility. And also advertising. All of these things have to do that. And so you see celebrities doing commercials, and that's what keeps the memory in there. Right, every organization is constantly having to work in public relations, and so there's large teams where there's an insane amount of money that's put into these three things, and that's the work. That's the business of spokespeople. So if you major in communication, you can study public relations and have this type of career. And then we have to connect this to the influencer industry, somewhat connected to public relations, but it's much more on a personal level and much more focused, I guess, on an individual, I guess, uh, career path, special interest. Again, and I'm just drawing upon here these particular things because most people at some point, maybe the younger generations, end up creating some kind of presentation online at some point. Again, the capacity for being concise, being very clear, energetic, and always draw upon narratives. That's one of the great things of public speaking I'm trying to transfer and teach you is the power of narrative. That's how you get a message across. All right, some of the important things of speaking in various contexts.